Well, when the heat goes on day after day like it's going to do, not having air conditioning can get downright unbearable. That's why meteorologist Matt Gray spent his day sweating in the name of science to test some homemade cooling hacks.
Let me guess. Some video promised you that 2 frozen water bottles and an ordinary desk fan magically add up to free air conditioning. And I am about to do something slightly annoying. I am going to half ruin that for you and half save your entire summer at the same time. Because what is actually happening with this famous little hack is genuinely more useful than the hack itself. And it all begins with a fact that catches almost everyone off guard. A fact that sounds wrong the first time you hear it. Your fan does not cool the air in your room. Not by a single degree. In fact, left to its own devices, it very slowly makes your room warmer. So before you rush off to build a bottle-powered air conditioner, stick with me, because once you understand why that is true, you will not only know how to set this trick up properly, you will understand exactly what it can do, what it absolutely cannot do, and when trusting it could actually be dangerous. So let's begin with that uncomfortable truth, because it is the key that unlocks everything else. Picture a fan running in a sealed, empty room with nobody in it. What happens to the temperature? It creeps upward. Slightly, slowly, but upward. That is because the little electric motor spinning those blades gives off heat, and there is nowhere for that heat to go, so the room warms. A fan does not manufacture cold. It has no ice inside, no refrigerant, no magic. And yet, when you stand in front of one on a hot day, it feels absolutely wonderful. So what on earth is going on? The answer is that a fan does not cool the air. A fan cools you. Your body is a little furnace, constantly shedding heat, and constantly producing a thin, often invisible film of sweat on your skin. When still hot, humid air clings to you, that heat and moisture just sit there like a stuffy blanket. But when a fan blows moving air across your skin, it strips that stagnant layer away and dramatically speeds up the evaporation of your sweat. And here is the beautiful part. Evaporation is a cooling process. When liquid sweat turns into vapor, it drags a real chunk of heat out of your skin along with it. That whisked away heat is the refreshing feeling you love. The fan is not delivering coolness to you. It is helping your own body throw its heat away faster, which is exactly why a fan blowing on an empty chair is doing nothing but running up your electricity bill. Now that you know the fan itself brings no cold to the party, the obvious question is, what do the ice bottles actually change? And this is where the trick earns its keep, because the physics here is completely real, and anyone who dismisses it as pure nonsense is simply wrong. When the fan drives air across the surface of your frozen bottles, heat flows out of that warm air and into the cold ice, because heat always travels from hot toward cold every single time. And ice, as it melts, turns out to be a spectacular sponge for heat, thanks to something called the latent heat of fusion. To convert solid ice into liquid water, you have to pump a genuinely large amount of energy into it. And the ice greedily soaks that energy out of the passing air without even rising in temperature until it has fully melted. So the air surrenders its heat to melt the ice and comes out the far side genuinely, measurably cooler. You have, in effect, built a crude little cooler, and the breeze reaching your skin really is a few degrees colder than the rest of the room. So no, this is not a myth. It works, it just does not work the way the word air conditioner implies, and we will get to that. Since it does genuinely work, let's build it properly, because the difference between a limp, forgettable version and a satisfying one comes down to a few small choices. Take a couple of sturdy plastic bottles, fill them most of the way with water, and leave a gap at the top, because water expands as it freezes, and a completely full sealed bottle can split. Freeze them solid overnight. The next day, set them directly in front of the fan, or nestle them in a shallow bowl or tray just behind or beside it, and switch it on so the airflow sweeps across the cold surface toward you. That is the whole machine. And now, 2 upgrades. First, and this is my favorite, dissolve a generous amount of ordinary table salt into the water before you freeze it. Salt lowers the freezing point, which means your salty ice can chill down colder than a normal 0-degree ice cube, giving you a colder, longer-lasting block of stored cold. Second, simply use more and bigger. 2 large bottles hold far more cold than 2 small ones, and more stored cold means more cooling for longer. Because in the end, that is all you are really doing. storing up a parcel of cold and slowly letting it leak out in front of you. And that phrase, a parcel of cold, brings us to the big hurdle, the part of every one of my videos where I stop the hype and get honest with you. Because this is the exact spot where people fool themselves. And it matters. There is a vast, fundamental difference between something that chills the air a little and an actual air conditioner, and blurring that line is the whole problem. So think carefully about what a real air conditioner truly does. It uses a pump and a special fluid to seize the heat from inside your room and physically haul it outside, ejecting it through that unit in the window or on the wall. The magic word there is outside. A real AC removes heat from the room permanently for as long as it runs. Your ice bottle does nothing of the sort. Yes, the ice absorbs heat from the air, but that heat does not leave the room. It simply goes into melting the ice, and the resulting little puddle of now lukewarm water is still sitting right there in the room with you, holding every bit of that heat. Nothing has been carried away and thrown out. You have merely shuffled some heat around and buffered it for a little while. And the instant the ice has fully melted, the cooling stops dead, leaving you with a fan blowing gently over a couple of tepid bottles. And it gets even more humbling when you follow the energy honestly, which, as regular viewers know, is the whole soul of this channel. Ask yourself, where did that cold actually come from in the first place? Your freezer made it, and a freezer is essentially an air conditioner in a box. It works by pulling heat out of the water to freeze it, and then dumping that heat out of the coils at its back straight into your kitchen. So that cold was never free, and it never appeared from nothing. You paid for it in electricity, you created it in one room, and then you physically carried it, sealed inside a bottle, into another room to let it melt. That does not describe an air conditioner at all. It describes a picnic cooler. You are transporting a small, pre-purchased packet of cold and allowing it to slowly bleed out into the breeze in front of you. Genuinely handy, but a completely different and far more limited beast than a machine that continuously pumps heat out of your home hour after hour. And there is one last catch, especially for those of you in humid places. This trick leans partly on evaporation, so it performs best in dry air. In muggy, sticky climates, it does far less, and can even leave the air around you feeling damp and clammy, with condensation dripping off those cold bottles and adding to the general mugginess rather than relieving it. So let me be crystal clear about what this thing really is, because your comfort, and in extreme cases your safety, depends on getting it right. The ice bottle and fan setup is a lovely, cheap, real personal cooler. Sitting directly in that stream of chilled air on a warm evening, it can honestly make your own little pocket of the world feel a few degrees nicer for an hour or two, and there is solid physics standing behind that, so please enjoy it guilt-free. But it is not and never will be a room air conditioner. It will not meaningfully cool an entire room. It will not carry on once the ice is gone. And here is the part I truly need you to take to heart. In a serious heat wave, the kind that genuinely endangers people's health, this is not a safe stand-in for real cooling. If the heat is severe, do not gamble your well-being on a couple of melting bottles. Keep drinking water, seek out genuine air conditioning, or take yourself somewhere properly cool. A library, a shopping center, a public cooling center. Heat can be deadly, and a clever comfort trick, however satisfying, is simply not armor against it. So let's pull the whole thing together. Can you truly turn any fan into an air conditioner with 2 ice bottles? Honestly, no, because it is not an air conditioner, and now you understand precisely why. But can you turn any fan into a genuinely nicer, cooler personal breeze for practically nothing, using only water, a pinch of salt, and your freezer? Absolutely, yes. And you now know exactly why it works, exactly where its limits are, and how to coax the very best out of it. And that, right there, is the entire spirit of this channel. Not chasing the magical sounding headline, but understanding the quiet, real science humming underneath it, so you can use it with your eyes open instead of being taken in by it. A little scrap of thermodynamics transforms a throwaway internet hack into something you actually comprehend, and that understanding is worth far more than any gimmick ever could be. So tell me down in the comments, have you tried the ice bottle trick, and did it genuinely help, or leave you sweating and disappointed? Because I am really curious how it holds up across the wildly different climates you are all watching from. And if you want to understand how a real air conditioner performs its proper heat pumping magic, pulling the warmth right out of your home, I have a full video breaking exactly that down, waiting for you right here. Until then, I say Auf Wiedersehen, which means goodbye in German. Stay cool out there, and I'll see you next time. You're Jacob.